And there's usually a resolution in my favor in this situation, but I've handled some of them differently. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. I hope y'all are doing good out there. I still have a good day of sales, but not quite like last time. Not multiple $100 plus items. And matter of fact, I think 55 bucks plus shipping is the highest one, but still have a lot of really good sales and a bunch of sales. And we're just kind of keeping this flow going. We got a bunch of things headed out of here every single day lately. I'm really happy with the early January sales. Really happy. I think there's a couple reasons behind it. I might touch on them a little bit today, but I did have a little negative thing happen, and I don't know how it's going to end up just yet, but I do want to talk about it. And it's going to be something that a lot of you, if you've been reselling for a while, it's happened to you before. And so I'm going to tell you what I typically do, how eBay handles it, and maybe get a few different opinions from some of you experienced resellers out there in the comments to help some new people. The basics here, and I'll talk about it in a minute, but the basics here is somebody said an item didn't arrive. It just didn't show up. And we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to tell you what the tracking says, and that leads me to how I deal with it. And it usually gets resolved pretty quickly. And eBay actually handles this type of stuff pretty well, but I got a lot of great sales. Let's take a look. First item headed out of here is a record. And you'll notice I sold this one on the last show, but it's still here. So right before I went to ship it, we had a cancellation. At any rate, there it is right there, Sound of Music. And I don't think this one was to a viewer. I'm going to have to look. But Sound of Music headed out of here. And I went for $12 plus shipping, so not a huge sale, but I'll take it for sure. Had a lot of people, since we're selling records, and I've said it 100 times, but I'm going to say it again. Record boxes right here in the shipping table. And I absolutely love those things. They do cost a little bit of money. You could certainly do it on your own, just using boxes, but the time it saves for me is well worth it. There are links below if you're interested, but they're not too bad, and I really, really like them. I'm never going to go back to cutting my own boxes. It just takes too much time. All right, I lied. That didn't sell for $12 plus shipping, sold for $14. Have a sale from the Motherload sale right here, another Super Mario Game Boy Advance. I think there's 3 of these in all, and we're down to 2 left because the last 2 of them, or 2 of them already have sold. $10 profit, $12.95 plus shipping, $10 profit. Out of $720, $1,916, and I'm just about ready to start listing those handhelds for sure. Looks like I have a purse that sold. I don't list purses by, for the most part. Blue Ridge Mama does, or now Bubba's girlfriend does. And that's a little something I wanted to talk about. Here it is. I know this was a recent lister here. I don't even know where this came from, to be honest with you. This must have been a thrifting buy or something. Blue Ridge Mama's not allowed to go thrifting, but she does it anyways. Bach. I don't know. Y'all know that? B-O-C? Most of you are like, yeah, of course. It's a nice purse. Big. $25.95 plus shipping. Next item was in my death pile for a long time. Finally got to it. It's because it came from the reseller rally, beginning of the summer. And I did pretty good on this box. I was with a ton of resellers, so it was kind of a little difficult to find the good stuff, And this was kind of an odd item. It was in a box. And there's tons of this stuff. And they wanted like $2 for everything. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I'm gonna make a ton of money on this stuff. But a lot of people are scared away from this because you think, oh, is this prescription stuff? And then you can't sell it, like catheters and whatnot. But this isn't. This stuff's just sterile pads and bandages and stuff like that for surgeries and whatnot. And apparently there's no prescription, no problem selling it at all. And so I grabbed the whole box. I got tons of stuff I can sell off. But this was the very first one I listed. And these right here, it's $2, I think. Maybe 4 or 5. I don't remember the name of that video. I'll try and put it up. And I think these garage sales had no chance or something like that. We're with Homeschooling Picker. We were with Cat Nurse Flipper and Paul Philly Flipper and Matt Part-Time Pickers and Eric OBX Picker and the assistant. And there's all kinds of resellers out there. And I grabbed these, and this went for $50 right here, plus shipping. Sold a Callaway golf glove, medium regular. Is that it? Looks like it right there. I'll have to double check. These are some funny sizes, cadet and large regular and medium. I think that's it, $12.95 plus shipping. All right, like I said before, if you've been doing reselling for any amount of, well, not any amount of time, but if you've been doing it a while, there always seems to, eventually this happens, and it's happened many, many times to me, and there's usually a resolution in my favor in this situation, but I've handled some of them differently depending on the circumstance. So basically what's happened here is I've sent out an item, and the person sent me a message saying, hey, this thing never showed up. Did not receive. I think that was the whole message. Did not receive. I'm like, okay. And so, of course, the first thing you do is go on and look at the tracking and see. And a lot of times it's an item that you maybe sold months ago. Well, maybe not months, but let's say 10 days ago, 15 days ago. Well, this item, I had just shipped it out, I think the previous maybe 3 days before, something like that. I'm like, well, you know, the post office is slow, right? But I'm like, all right, I'll go on and check. I almost left that message because, you know, time is important. So when I'm going on looking, do I really want to go check the tracking on an item that'll probably show up? But I did. I went and I checked the tracking, and it showed that it had been delivered at 12:06 p.m. that day, and it was just after 2. It was like 2:01. So I'm like, I wonder if this person saw that the tracking said it should have showed up, and it hadn't showed up, and so then they sent me the message, which is probably what happened. But then I sent a message to them. I'm like, hey, you know, here's the tracking right here. It says it showed up at 12:06. And they just wrote back, okay. That was it. Okay. And so far, I haven't heard from them. Well, that wasn't exactly all I said. I said that the tracking shows it showed up at 12:06. If it's not there, I would immediately contact the post office and figure out who delivered that day if they remembered it, because it's fresh on their memory, right? If it was 2 weeks ago, they're like, I don't remember what I delivered to whatever house, you know, at 12:06 on Tuesday, whatever. But it's that day, so they should have a really good recollection of it. And that was all I put, and they just replied, okay. So just in these situations, most of the time, all the time, I've never had, if it ever came to the point where the person says, hey, this thing just didn't show up, and they're mad at you, you're going to have to make a choice. But I'm going to tell you right now, eBay will back you up. If the tracking says it's there, they're going to back you up. I've never had eBay not back me up in that situation. Now, somebody's going to comment below and say that that's not true, because there's always exceptions to the rule. But I want to know out there if you've ever had that problem and eBay didn't back you up, because I never have. So typically, the way I think about it, there's really only 4 options here. Either the item did show up and they're trying to scam you, which in this case I don't think is the case. Maybe the item just didn't show up. Maybe the post office is lying. I think that's unlikely as well. The most likely are these 2 scenarios. Maybe not the most likely, but somebody might have stolen it, depending on where you live, you know, who knows. Another scenario is somebody in your family took the item and put it somewhere in the house, and they didn't tell you that it arrived, they forgot, and whatever. And that's happened before. It's happened to me before. I found things I was expecting like 4 days later, and not that I'd ever say that Blue Ridge Mama did it, but Blue Ridge Mama did it. Took it and put it somewhere like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm sure I would never do anything like that. Now, if you ever do get in trouble for that, you know, as far as somebody leaving negative feedback, you know, just contact eBay, either Facebook for Business or eBay for Business on Facebook, or call them or do something, and they should take care of it for you. So there's one other little caveat here, scenario, and that is what you want to do. You know, if you really truly believe this person and you feel like something's happened here, they put it somewhere, maybe it's an apartment, it gets put in a box, and you want to reimburse them the money, you know, that's entirely up to you. I could see in certain scenarios where that might be the right thing to do, but, you know, it's just a matter of each individual case. So let me know what you think out there. You can yell at me if you want, but leave some comments, and then the newbies can kind of look at it and get a good feel for it. All right, sold an Olivia Newton-John record. And that should be a decent ways in here, if I recall. Might be it right there. There you go, Olivia Newton-John. Have you never been mellow? And I don't know how much that one sold for. Let me take a look. That's the one that sold for $12 plus shipping, and I think this one went to a viewer. So I don't think that one did, but this one did. Yep, went to Brenda. Hi, Kevin. Watch your YouTube videos all the time. You are great. I keep telling Blue Ridge Mama that, but she doesn't listen. This album, oh, and I learned a great deal from you. This album is a gift for my brother. He switched back to vinyl. So awesome. Thank you, Brenda, and we hope your brother enjoys it. Speaking of Blue Ridge Mama and nicknames, you know, we call Bubba, the homeschool hustlers. You know, we got Commonwealth Grammy, and we got, what do we got out there on the Commonwealth Picker channel? We got Honest Tim and Bizarro Kevin, and we got all these characters out there. And so Bubba's girlfriend is like, why don't I get a nickname? And I thought, okay, you're going to get a nickname. So Bubba, you know, is a typical name for just a Southern Bubba, right? And my boy is anything really but a Southern Bubba, I hate to say. But so I figured, you know what, we'll just kind of give her a nickname. And I thought, what's a good nickname for a Southern girl that's not really a Southern girl? I thought Belle, right? A Southern Belle. So we're going to call them Bubba and Belle. What do you think? So speaking of Belle here, she listed a game, and I didn't see it earlier, but I think I had to send her a message. Here it is right here. Because it was a single disc game. And so what she did was take it out and put it in this generic one, because this one was all scratched up. She took the cover out, put it in here, wrote on it. It's a disc-only game, Wii Sports. And it sold for $26, I think, plus shipping, or $23 plus shipping. Sold an In a Man here to Steve and to Holly, and let me read their message. Every day that ticks by, we get fewer and fewer of those. So we're about ready, I think, after a couple more weeks to go in there and open that last box. But people ask me all the time, but we are not, there's no plans whatsoever to sell that crate, or the one inside. There is, but just slowly over time. And then we'll do some things with them. So let me read this message to you. Awesome. My wife, Holly, is such a diehard fan of you and your family. We are both fans. I read this stuff in disbelief sometimes. We are both fans and use your tips and advice daily with our own online family resale business. Mountain State Resale. That's it. That's the eBay store name. But my wife, Holly, never misses a video and always keeps me up to date on anything I've missed. Awesome. That's really cool. She has been talking about one of these for months now. Thanks so much, Steve and Holly. Trent, Mountain State Resale. So thank y'all so much, and we hope he gets things moving for you. But it brought up something in my mind. When this whole phenomenon started 2 years ago, there was somebody who said, and I just thought it was a Christmas thing. People are going to just buy during Christmas and whatever. And they're like, nope, it's going to keep going. Women are going to be wanting these for Valentine's gifts, they said. I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, if I bought a plush enema for my wife for Valentine's Day, I might not survive. But let me tell you, we had a ton of sales at Valentine's Day. Absolutely crazy. All right, I'm just going to show you that one right there. Not Winnie the Pooh. It's that yellow Pyrex dish. I remember this sale. Remember that day, had a really great day, and I had already had a good day, and I saw this and it was $1. I'm like, I've already got so much good stuff. You know, do I really want to spend $1 on this thing? It's going to take forever to sell. I can probably get $10-15 plus shipping. And I'm like, all right, I'll pick it up. What the heck? One of the reasons I picked it up is because if I didn't, because I had already bought things at that sale, somebody inevitably on the video is like, why didn't you pick up that thing? I'm like, all right, I'll just pick it up. I'll avoid the comment. And I did grab it, and it did sell. It took forever, but it did sell for $12 plus shipping. Sold another one of these Clarity phones. I think we're down to just one left. Yep, looks like one more back there. And this one right here, it's for, let's see, amplified cordless phone. I guess for the hearing, let's see, compatible with hearing aid T-coil. And that one sold for $30 plus shipping. Well, we had Sophie, didn't we? Hey, what did you sell today, buddy? Homeschool. Well, it's not the Homeschool Hustler store. We're gonna call it the Homeschool Hustler Sales. Yeah. In the Commonwealth Picker store. All right, what did you sell, buddy?
A Furby.
It's a Furby. Y'all see this? This Furby I picked up at the 127 sale, and I put a comp on there for like $100, but I didn't see that its beak had a split right there. But it works, and it's a pretty rare one. Pink eyes, blonde hair, beige belly, tan belly, whatever you want to call it. And we made pretty good money on it. Paid, I think, $2, and it sold for $59 plus shipping. It's pretty good, bud. What do you think? You like it? Mm-hmm. So Turner was telling me that he thinks there's a game, like a computer game, an online game. You saw it on FGTV?
Yeah.
Furby game, and it's freaky, he said. Does Sophie look like a Furby? Huh? You look like a Furby? Are you a Furby? Turner, that's a good sale. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. Bye.
So I don't often pick up purses and wallets and stuff like that. I used to never pick them up. Now I pick them up from time to time, and I'm glad I do most of the time. For one reason, they're flat and they can lay in this bin. Pretty easy. This one's a little one. There it is. New with tag, Spartina wallet. And she had a whole ton of stuff at this yard sale. And it was like $1, $2, whatever. And then I pulled this out of there because she said all bags are like $2. And she looked at it, she's like, look, this is new with tags even, you know, whatever. And I was like, well, I hope she gives it to me for $2. And she did. And it sold for $49, I think. Plus, or $45.95, that's what it was, I think. Plus shipping, Spartina. Never heard of it, but I'll take it. Sold a pair of Adidas shoes. I think maybe, well, definitely men's, maybe boys. Gray pair here. And I think I paid $5 for these. These sold for $55 plus shipping. Pretty good deal. It looks like they are brand spanking new. $55 plus shipping. Haven't sold a keychain in a while. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I think you probably can't hear it. I think I have turkeys right outside this shed right here. I hear them out there. I have to go look in a second, but let's see here. Can y'all hear them? You probably can't hear nothing, and then they stop. Anyway, I gotta film this thing. I gotta go meet my family. We're gonna go see a movie. All right, let's see. Where the heck is it? It's Camaro. This is the one right here. I sold one of these, which reminds me of Toy Addict, because, and I'll talk about her later in the show. But she sent me these little labels, so thank you. This one sold for $15.95, which is really, really awesome. That came from the Epic Garage Sales. If you're new to the channel, you gotta go back and look at that one. Love it. Grabbed 3 different video games here. I'm trying to think. $10.50 plus shipping, $11 free shipping, $19 plus shipping on these 3. And Bubba's girlfriend listed these. She's just done a ton lately for us, which is awesome. And she won't be able to. She just was on break and was able to do a little work for some extra money. But she's gonna keep doing it, I think, just not nearly as much. This one here, and this is the kind of thing that I've had to try to teach somebody, and somebody that's new. So if you're new, you know, like this one right here. So I'm going to go on and look. You see how that case is broken? And I doubt that she, you know, pointed that out. I don't know, maybe she did. But that's the kind of thing you want to point out, because you don't want to give anybody a reason to complain. And I'll go on and check that listing to see. And you know what, even if she didn't, I'll probably just change cases and change the paper, take the paper out and put it in a different case. But that's the kind of thing, and she has been very helpful. And this is pretty nice little sales. I like selling video games, you know, if they're worth it. A lot of them I just stick in the bins right here, and I end up taking them to my antique booth. So pretty nice sales. Hey, just a couple of sales down here. Signature lip gloss Mary Kay cream and sugar right here, $8 plus shipping. And so leather jacket, $2 buy, $32, I think, and 95 cents plus shipping. It's Great Northwest Clothing Company. Size large woman's leather jacket. I'll say hi. They're watching a scary show upstairs, so she came down to see me. I was wondering, there was no pet appearances in the whole video today, and you showed up at the last minute. They know they get treats if they show up for the show. It's how I pay them. You know, they don't charge taxes on paying those employees. Not yet, anyways.
Here, treats now. Come here. Come on, Toby.
Because I do have treats.
No.
Here, you take it. You
Toby, come here. Look, roll over. Roll over. Look, roll over.
Oh,
roll over.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Sit.
There you go. Come on.
Roll over. Roll over. Oh, here you go. You did it earlier.
Terrible
That's
dog.
a good one.
Oh, Reagan. Hey.
Sometimes when I say sit, she'll roll over. She'll be like...
Yeah, she's not the smartest dog in the world, but we love her, don't we?
Yeah.
All right, you don't even know. Pick up that sticker right there. I'll just do it for you. Whoop.
Oh, no.
All right, we got a We Get Things Moving sticker sold. And we haven't had many t-shirts sell lately because we're out of stock on so many. So if we need a t-shirt. But we did have that one sell. That one went to Russ, Reagan. Tig's Treasures on eBay. Tig's Treasures. Are you excited? Oh, are you excited? I don't have any more treats. We need a treat sponsor. There you go. All right. Tig's Treasures. Thank you very much for that. And we had Amanda and Ed got plans for the Commonwealth shipping table. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Reagan.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at commonwealthpicker.com.
I want to mention two things really quickly. One is this awesome paperweight. I'm assuming it's a paperweight. It's a mushroom. And I had a viewer send it to me. I just opened it. It is really cool. I just might keep that for myself. And that is saying something, y'all. Because you know me. I love it. I have a rule about reselling. If I wouldn't pay as much for something as I can get reselling it, then I'll probably resell it. But I don't even know what that would go for. But I don't want to know because I want to keep it. My daughter and I were outsourcing a few yard sales and came across this. My daughter instantly said, we got to get this for Commonwealth Picker. Thanks for the videos and the great content. I've learned a ton. Shane. And sorry, Shane, I cannot read. Cynical? Cynical66, is that right? On Instagram? Shane, send me a message. We'll follow you up over there. So thank you, and thank you to your daughter as well. Also just got a letter in the mail from Kathy. And she sent a check to get one of the t-shirts. Because she doesn't do PayPal and over on CommonwealthPicker.com. We're working on maybe something else where we can do another system, but it is what it is for now. Kathy, thank you very much, and thank you all for joining us out there. I do want to mention one more thing really quick. Jody from Toy Addict, and if you haven't checked out her channel, you should go check out her channel. She's been a friend of this show for a long time. She has watched this show, supported this show, supported us, and she said because of us, she picked up a ton of Louis L'Amour books and parted them all out one by one and has made over $1,000 on them so far, still has 40 left. And she sent us, because of that, she sent us 25 Buy Me a Coffees, Buy Me a Piece of the Shed. So, Jody, you didn't need to do that, but we appreciate it greatly. And we're glad to help people out when we can because you guys help us out way more than we could ever help you. So thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see you next time.